and shine, even when it's raining on time. It's your morning marijuana motivation time. I'm your host with the mostest, Marky Saint, and this morning it is raining, and I am blessed every morning, even when it rains. It's refreshing, and this morning is no different than any other. I get up and I talk about being blessed to be alive. I love my life. I love my life! And I hope you're loving yours too. Somebody cue that intro. Oh my God, it's not wanting to cue. It wants to be. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Getting this out the way right off the bat. Your boy Marky Saint. This message is brought to you by Weed Swag Bags and X Vape. Yes, we got a collab. Yes, it's hard to do this backwards. It's hard to hold these things up. The camera's on the front, but it wants to go backwards. You know what I mean? That's right. Sage Brad is bringing you the Weed Swag Bag. Today is the event, and we got like the guys from Slightly Stupid and the Stupid Heads, and I don't know. I'm just supporting a friend, and that's what I do. I support my friends, you know. I want to get out there again. I wanted to get out there and do more vendor booths. I wanted to bring new products to my friends. Nobody knew about X-Vape, so we got them on the flyer. We got the Saints Addiction and RDA, boom, on the flyer, on the Weed Swag Bags and the flyer. Got both companies represented, did a collab, and unity happened, and now success is happening. And that's why I had to have this conversation this morning is, you know, not for nothing, but the successful people are the ones that shine when it's raining. You know, today's a dreary, rainy day. It's got the overcast gray, and, you know, it's wet here, which is never happening in Nevada. You know what I mean? We never have any. And this is fall, right? This is actually the seasons changing. And for most people, they're like, duh, Mark, you know, seasons change and things don't remain. And I'm like, duh, you. That's exactly what I thought about this morning. It was like how refreshing this was, but what a welcome change it was. Like, okay, even the weather changes, but we don't, right? You know, we don't change our attitudes. We don't change our moods. We hold tight to it. When we want it to be rainy, when we want it to be gloomy, when we want our coat to be full of depression, we're like, it's just me and these emotions. It's just me and my mind. I'm going to hold these things to be, I hold these truths to be self-evident. And you make them self-evident. You make your fears self-evident. You make your worries, your gloom, all real. And you can point to all the facts, but what you don't point to the fact is that you're feeling that way and you're choosing the way that you feel. So here's the big aha moment when this plane tries to fly overhead during the morning marijuana motivation of being all loud. The big aha moment is that you chose this moment, you chose this emotion, and here's the weird part. When you're holding on to these emotions right now, you've let go of the awesome emotions. What's so weird about our human condition is that when we're holding on to anxiety and we're holding on to fear, we literally can't hold on to hope, and we can't hold on to our drive. And that's something that we've made a decision somewhere down the tracks, the train tracks just shifted, and we're like, let's stay on this negative path, let's stay in anxiety, let's stay in regret, let's stay in depression. And then we just said, bye-bye cargo, bye-bye chance to have happy. And let me go on this side, because now we got happy, we left happy, we left touch, we've left love off to the side. So how funny is that we're all seeking love over here, but we let fear dictate it over here. So now we're on the fear tip. Now we're on our fear pills, which are plenty of fear pills out there. Like, oh my God, you got, what is it, shaky leg syndrome? Here's a pill, right? So pills or a pride, right? My pride that I have my sober. I watched my buddy post 15 years sober. You know, the sober life for me has given me my own clarity, right? Like, I'm no longer my worst enemy. I can work on me and fix what's inside of me instead of pushing it on the external and leaving in the rain, right? How many of us think it only rains on us, right? It doesn't. It rains on us all equally. And that's the thing that's different between all of us is we're not equal in our approach to it. Like I said, we're on a different track. And then we're like, oh, let's worry about it some more. Let's give it some more anxiety. Let's pick up our height. Let's get our heart rate higher. And you're like, you are not helping the situation. And that's what I wanted us to do is be our own help. Help yourself. Help yourself feel a new way. There's new change out here. There's new weather right now. Why can't you have new weather in your life? Why can't you shine while it's raining? And that's something that most people can't do. They can't see shining when it's raining. They want to just say it's only going to be rain. Well, rain doesn't just stay, and shine doesn't just stay. So now we have to have the word balance, and that's what I wanted people to have, is some sort of light in the darkness. Voltaire has that light, that lamp, with the enlightenment. To enlighten ourselves, to go, we know more about our human brain than ever before in the history of mankind. And here's the best part: we got science to back it. So now we can see what our pleasure zones, where our anxiety zones, what makes us tick, right? And for the first time, it's not just some external source. It's just like, no, it's a choice. Like inside of us, that choice of like, I want to shine. Even in my rainiest moments, there's a kernel of truth there. There's that moment for all of us when the chips are all falling down to find out who we really are. And I think those moments, I think about it all the time. Everybody wanted to talk about some affirmations. I am strong. The only reason I know I am strong is because I've been through some hard things. Now, my parents made me strong, and I made myself strong, but to really prove it is when it's the darkest, when it's the darkest times. It's easy when you're laughing on a roller coaster with all your friends. Life is really easy then. But what I'm talking about is shining through the darkness, right? Shining while it's raining. That's why I put that title in here today, because it will rain one day. And your attitude will have to be tested. How will you react? Will you just keep going down, being negative Nancy, mentioning everything contrarian, finding a way to fight about everything, even though there's peace there? There are people out there that rather be right than choose peace. Trust and believe. You've met them. I've met them too. But on this note, I wanted to just have my peace. I wanted to have my shine. I wanted to feel the clarity that I feel on time when I need it, not when I'm stressed the fuck out or and trying to stay away from that zone too. Like, I don't want to be in that realm, And I remember what the coat feels like because I wore it for so long. How many of us are still trying to wear the same clothes? When the weather is changing, like, you can't stay in the same clothes, dude. You can't stay in the same mentality. But some of us are fist fighting to stay negative, to stay right instead of stay peaceful. You know what I mean? Like, I can prove to you why my life's fucked up. Here's why, here's why, here's why. And you're like, can you prove to me how you can fix your life? Here's why, here's why, here's why. No, they're not going to do that. They're going to tell you how it's all wrong, convince you of it, sell you on the way that they can't win, and then you're going to be shining one day, because guess what? This all will pass. You see a little bit of shine out here? See how it's glowing from the hallway? There's always a silver lining. There's always the end to a storm. There's always new waves. There's always new sunshine. And that's what makes it so even and balanced on our planet, right? Like, this too shall pass. And then you'll get another chance to be you and another chance to be a better version of you. And that's what I wanted people to give themselves, is that chance to be a better version of themselves instead of their own worst enemy. And now they got to not only combat the day, but they got to combat their old version of themselves of yesterday, because you self-sabotaged yourself. You probably didn't give yourself gas in the tank. You probably spent money on the alcohol, and now you feel like shit. And now you treat people like shit. That's the cycle I'm trying to break. That's the thing. I'm doing this every morning for 10 years, all my heart from start. Your boy Marky saying, this is why I do it. It's because there's so many of us that aren't choosing our shine. That's what Saints Brand's all about. We're saints. We light up the world, dude. We light up other people, and we light them up with kindness and help and that change in attitude. So we literally come to them with that attitude, like, why is that person so happy? It's because I got off the rain. I got out of the rain. I sheltered myself. I gave myself enough effort to create some shelter, so now I can just enjoy it when it rains. And that's what I'm doing. I'm enjoying my life. Like I screamed this morning, I love my life, man. I was so depressed. I was so lost and broke and all the stuff, dude. Now it's all the opposite. Now it's all full of love and support and abundance. And that's what I want you guys to have, is that love, support, and abundance in your life. And the only way to do that is to choose it. And the only way to do that is to make the choice. And I don't know who's making this choice this morning, but I want you to make the choice with me. Choose to be a saint. Choose to have the light in your life. Choose to be the light in other people's lives. And therefore, whenever it rains, snows, storms, just like the post office, we're coming through. And that's what I wanted them to be. So that's what Saintsgiving is all about right here down below. Saintsgiving, if you get a chance. I actually made a shirt, a give over take shirt. Let me show it to you. Yeah, so I want you to give over take. That's my shine behind me. You're going to do something for somebody else today than just yourself, right? Everybody's always got themselves. They always got their own back. But what I want you to do is I want you to give over take. Yes, yes, blessed. And go be the change at Saints Giving. It's your boy Marky Saint, Saints Addiction, Saints Brand, Saints Giving. Go be the change. Peace of love. And as always, Chi Gathon. That means goodbye, but not forever. And I'll see you on the other side.